We are live. We are live. My fan's probably freaking loud. Cut that off. Let's cut it off. It's probably a bit loud. Probably don't want to hear that. It's probably a bit loud. Welcome to podcast number 11. Welcome to everybody that is either joining into the Discord, Fit Room VC, or through the Twitch. So, I do have some topics already in place. Like that Indie World. I don't know if anybody watched that Indie World Direct. It happened like a couple of days ago, honestly. And, almost every, might be over here, every time there's an Indie Direct, there's always a Nintendo Direct around the corner. And speaking of that, there's supposed to be an E3 finally this year, and Nintendo's already part of it. I feel like this year, because Nintendo, a lot has happened last year, because the coronavirus, and with Nintendo, they didn't pump out as many games as I think they did. They did Animal Crossing New Horizons. That one's a big one. Then you have Paper Mario. We're talking about first parties, by the way. Paper Mario, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I think that's the only 4 first-party games that came out last year. Hyrule Warriors was a fall release, and usually Nintendo has a big hits during the fall, during holiday season. Usually they have something. This year, so far, we're getting good Switch games this year. So far, I honestly, my honest opinion, very honest opinion, my mic sucks. Can I use this mic? Whoa! Is it in? I think it's in. Okay, cool, we're back to this mic. So, what I was saying originally, I feel like Nintendo is going to have a better year than last year. In my opinion, I really do. Like you have, the Indie World, and yes.
I want to be on.
Nosy. Anyway, as I was saying, I feel like this could be a better year for Nintendo than last year. Because usually almost before COVID, before this whole coronavirus started, usually they will have an Indie World in about 2 or a month. All of a sudden, there's a Nintendo Direct. Usually, almost 99% chance of the time. Last year we didn't get a Nintendo main Direct. I mean, yes, we got the partner Direct, we had the mini Direct, but not the full-on Direct. We didn't have that last year. We finally got one at the beginning of this year. We finally got a full-on Direct. So I feel like this could be the start, since Corona hopefully is going down and down, hopefully. I'm not saying that it's going to fully go away in a snap of the fingers. No. I don't know if it'll ever go away. But I think it should start releasing up. because there has been all these rumors, everything. So, first of all, I want to talk about the indie world. You know, indie worlds, they don't have Nintendo's first parties there. But I saw House of the Dead remake, and I gotta get it. That's all I can say. I gotta get that. That's probably the number one game. And it showed it through a scissor reel. Like there was like 20 seconds of it. At first I was like, I don't care. They're probably gonna show stuff that's like, eh. And I was like, wait, what a minute! I had to go back and like, oh my gosh, House of the Dead. And there's also a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, bruh, it looks same as Turtles in Time back on the Super Nintendo. Like, I honestly wasn't suspected anywhere with me getting games. I mean, yes, Hades was an indie game, and I finally got this copy of it, an Untitled Goose Game. I remember that. That was the indie, and they just went with Untitled Goose Game. Like they went with that name. You know. So, you know, the Indie Direct was good. But it also leads to a Nintendo Direct. Not only a Nintendo Direct, hopefully a Zelda 35 Direct. You know how they did that almost last year during fall? There was a Mario 35 Direct. I feel like they should do that with Zelda. I mean, yes, there's probably going to be close of Zelda like they showed in Mario 35, you know, a bunch of that. I don't think there will be a Battle Royale Zelda 35. Nintendo, don't touch that. Don't touch that at all, please. I don't want to see my favorite franchise in Battle Royale. Please. Thank you. If you can hear me out there, Nintendo, somehow, in some way, if this video ever gets to you, which probably more likely not, just don't. Just don't. But, you know, I feel like that could be happening because right now the only thing that we know is Skyward Sword HD. And there has been loads of people, because I'm a Zelda fan here, loads of people that I talk about their predictions. You know, putting Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, like almost all the Zelda games. Like it got to me. I was like, and someone said, let's do Link to the Past remake along with Link Between Worlds. And I was like, I honestly, all those predictions that I heard, I wish Nintendo would do them. Because I feel like some of them are kind of unrealistic. I feel like they have to do they already do Skyward Sword, Wind Waker HD, and Twilight Princess HD, because they have been doing Wii U ports. You know, Super Mario 3D World, that was a Wii U port, and they added Bowser's Fury, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Wii U port, and they added Funky Mode, which is not worth $60 in my opinion, but we'll move on to that. So many Wii U ports, especially new times such as myself, that never play Wii U, that never got the chance to play some of these games. And so far, I like some of these games, to be honest. I do. You know. But I feel like that's realistic. Along with Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever they decide to call that ish. I don't know what they're going to call that. And then what's been rumored for a very long time is a Nintendo Switch Pro. Now, could they possibly be releasing that next to Breath of the Wild 2? Kind of like how they did release it along with Breath of the Wild. You know, the Switch came out, and Breath of the Wild was a big hitter. And it was on the first, you know, kind of game release for the Switch. And a lot of people had to jump on that bandwagon. You know, I didn't get a Switch in 2017. I didn't get my Switch until 2019. So, I've been having my Switch for almost 2 dang years. And so far, I love the console. I love some of the games that I got to play on it. But, hear me out. There could be, remember that Splatoon 3? Do y'all remember that back in the Nintendo Big Direct? And that was their last game that they showed. And usually, majority of the time, if we look at past Nintendo consoles, just roll with me here. Every console don't have 2 Mario Kart games or 2 Splatoon games. I mean, yeah, Splatoon did release on the Wii U, and I think Splatoon 2 released on the Wii U. But it was basically supposed to be for the Switch initially. Let me look that up before I say something stupid. Splatoon. Okay, it released in 2015. And then it released Splatoon 2. And that was for the Nintendo Switch. I don't think Splatoon 2 was for the Wii U. I could be wrong. No. So, I was right the whole entire time. So, Splatoon 2 did not come to the Switch. Come to the Wii U. But then you gotta look at it, Splatoon 3. Usually they don't have big multiplayer hitters on the same console. Like with Mario Kart, you don't see 2 Mario Kart games on like GameCube, Super Nintendo, Wii U. Usually there's always 1 Mario Kart game. And it's been rumored for a Mario Kart 9. And I honestly think they should, like how they did with the Deluxe, I think they should put in every single track that has been made. Every single track. Every single track. I do like that they put some tracks within, Mario Kart, like the Banana Cup, Mushroom Cup, stuff like that. But, I feel like that should be a thing, kind of like what they're doing with Smash Ultimate. They're putting all the characters in and adding new characters, trying to make this the best Smash game up to date. So I feel like that would be great if they do something like that with Mario Kart, but usually they don't have 2 Mario Kart games. Splatoon 3, if I remember correctly, was not going to release until 2022, which is next year. So Nintendo needs to come out and possibly do a Switch Pro. They could release a Switch Pro along with Breath of the Wild 2. It is possible. It is very possible. Will I get Breath of the Wild 2? Probably. Despite of what I say about the original Breath of the Wild. I feel like there could be so much things happening. And also they revealed the new Switch Lite. It's a blue color now. They did release that. So that looks cool-ish. Cool, a new different color for the light. Cool. I literally can't say anything else. Cool. But there's so much things that's going on. There's always rumors, with everything going on with any video game company actually. There's always rumors saying oh, this could be happening. Oh, this could be happening. This could be happening. And then Microsoft. This has been rumored And there has been some Microsoft games that's come for the Switch, like the Ori series. That's on the Switch. I don't know about Halo and everything else, but apparently Xbox Game Pass, long been rumored, it's supposed to come to the Switch. But it's been rumored, and I don't know what's up, because I don't know behind the scenes of what Nintendo's doing. Because they do a good job of keeping secrets. I tell you what, they have done a good job of keeping their mouth closed, or try to keep their mouth closed. Because almost every direct, what kind of direct it is, we're always shocked. Like, I was not suspecting House of the Dead remake. I was not suspecting a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, that looked like Turtles in Time graphics, but updated a little bit. I was shocked. So Nintendo does a good job of keeping secrets. And honestly, I just wish they could come out and say it. Like, Nintendo, answer these rumors. Are these rumors true? Do you know one rumor that's been here for a long, long time? Metroid Prime HD. That has been rumored over years and years and years. Where is Metroid Prime 4? Where is Bayonetta 3? It's been a while since I heard any of those games. Are they still going to come out with them? Like, I feel like they're not going to show anything with Splatoon 3 anytime soon, because they're not going to release until next year. I don't know if they can do Zelda 35th Direct. I feel like they should. They did one from Mario, and I feel like they should. This will be a good move, Nintendo. If you hear me, a good move. If you're able to do something like that. Especially with E3 finally opening and Nintendo's going to be there usually almost every year with Nintendo and E3. I get so hyped. The 2019 one where they showed off Luigi's Mansion 3, Link's Awakening remake, I remember that. Do you remember that? I remember that. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, usually Nintendo E3 Directs are like the best out of this world. We didn't have an E3 last year. And it sucked. It did. It sucked. Everything was getting canceled left to right. And now it's open, but it's only digital. It's not in person. So there is hope for E3 if E3 can actually make a good comeback. And usually with E3, if y'all are new to E3 or never heard of E3, it is basically a big video game conference showing the newest and latest video games. Showing what's going to come out, what should we expect as consumers, because we are consumers. We are consumers. No, we're not eating the video game. Stop. We are buying it. Okay? We're buying them. And usually the first one that comes on stage is EA. Like I said, I want to be honest here. And remember, this is my opinion. So, respect my gaming opinions. Dinguses out there. EA, Electronic Arts, I don't care about them anymore. I'll be honest. I don't. Like, they rehashed the sports game and it looks the same as last year, barely added anything, gets so much hate for it, and then decide to add gambling to it. Like, EA. Stop. Just stop what you're doing. You're becoming Konami. They're not going to that extreme measure that Konami did. And there's supposed to be another video game company that's supposed to be joining. I don't think it's Konami. It's going to have their own thing because Konami doesn't, as far as I'm aware, don't make games anymore. So I was hearing that there was going to be a rumor that there was going to be another video game company. I don't know who. It could be Capcom. If Capcom had its own event, I would say that's pretty freaking awesome. I love Capcom. But anyway, usually the next is usually Microsoft, and I mean, they show some cool games. Usually, I just don't care about them. You know, they're not worse than EA that actually show good games, actually quality games. But sometimes I don't really care. Like Gears of War, woohoo! Halo, woohoo! Forza Horizon, woohoo! I don't care. I remember when they showed up Cyberpunk 2077, and look at the mess that's made. I remember Keanu Reeves just coming stage saying, "You're breathtaking." Gosh, I love that moment. I love that moment. That's a good moment right there. Gotta love my boy Keanu Reeves. That's my man right there. But usually, I don't care about Microsoft. I don't care about their games, and I think next is it's Bethesda. What can I say about Bethesda? I mean, they're going down a slippery slope. I mean, I used to love this company. Just the same with Konami and almost everything else. They're losing their grips. Todd Howard is trying to keep Fallout 76 alive out there. It's not working, diddly squat. And it makes people scared for the new Elder Scrolls 6 or the Starbound that has not been shown. And then they oftentimes during E3, this is a thing I hate, shut off mobile games. Get that crap off my screen. Do not show that at this E3 event. I don't care what company you are, do not show it. I don't care about stupid, mobile, trashy games. And don't even get me started on you, Ubisoft. Don't even get me started on your trashy mobile game. Don't even get me the frick started. But Bethesda is just going down a slippery slope. Like, they're at least trying, which I guess I can give them hands to that, but killing my favorite franchise, or one of my favorite franchises being Fallout, yeah, like before coronavirus started, it was not a good E3 for Bethesda. Like, you had people just shouting randomly, going, yeah, like, are they paying these people to be happy for these stupid games? Like, for real, like, it was driving me insane. And then usually we have Sony coming up to the court. Now, Sony usually does some good conferences. Usually. I don't have a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. I don't know if I will ever get a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. But so far they show games that I would like to have. You know, they do. I remember seeing Spider-Man looking good, Miles Morales with their, that PlayStation State of Play thing. Like, I remember all that. I do. Resident Evil 8 was shown there, Oddworld, Soulstorm. Like, PlayStation can pull off a pretty good conference. I would do so myself. And sometimes those things are timely exclusives. So hopefully those games will come to the PC, or I'll just never play them. It's as simple as that. And, coming to the end, Nintendo's always the last conference. But before Nintendo, we have Square Enix. The holy of RPGs, Square Enix. Now, I want them to finally say the Final Fantasy VII Remake needs to stop being so stingy and come to other consoles. Just saying. I'm just saying. It needs to happen. It's possible that they could show Final Fantasy 16. It's possible. I feel like they need to show other games. I mean, they have been remaking games. You know, the Saga Frontier that literally just come out. Like, that was for, I think it was for the PS1. And remade. Like, I love Square Enix. I love Square Enix. I mean, they have the RPGs. They do have other games that's not RPGs, like the Strange, not the Strange. It was like Life is Strange, yeah, which is and they do have the crappy Avengers game, which I think they just need to move on and forget about it. So that's just my opinion, because they ruined it. But that's just my opinion. Then lastly, which I would have to say this is the best. They pulled off the best conference than anybody in the house, and that is Nintendo. And they show off some good games during their E3, and hopefully they'll finally show off Metroid Prime 4. That'd be cool alongside the Metroid Prime HD collection. Like, I would buy that in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna lie. I love Prime. And then I've been hearing other rumors, going back to rumors again with Nintendo. A Super Metroid remake. Super Metroid remake. I would be all down for it. I'd be like, Nintendo, take my money. Literally, take my money. If this is true, take it. Because I love that game. I love the Metroid franchise next to the Legend of Zelda franchise that they have. It would also be nice if they would revive some of their dead franchises, like F-Zero. You know, we haven't heard a new F-Zero game since the GameCube era. This will be a perfect device to put F-Zero on. Unless they're having struggles of meeting the frame rate and stuff like that. But I think F-Zero can make a comeback. Or unless you want to do a bundle and say like the new F-Zero game is in the remake. Not a remake. I know you want to do one or new F-Zero game. And then you could do a bundle with all the F-Zero games. You know, which has only been, I think, 4. There's one for Super Nintendo, one for Game Boy Advance, N64, and GameCube. So you could put that in the bundle whether you want to remake it or anything, and at least put it for $40 or maybe $30. At least to give the fans a taste of F-Zero, but that franchise has been dead. I totally forgot to talk about the Ubisoft conferences. Yeah, they suck. I'm sorry. They put... Okay. Do y'all know Splinter Cell? Good franchise. I love Sam Fisher. But you're gonna put him in a freaking mobile game and not make a new Splinter Cell game? What is wrong with you? Like, that drives me insane. I love the Splinter Cell series. You know, I may not play them a lot or, you know, do anything with them. But putting that, I'm like, are you just pulling a middle finger on us, Ubisoft? And almost every year, I'm not even going to forget this, every stinking year they pull up the stupid Just Dance games. I don't see how those games are fun. I don't. They seem boring, they seem stupid, and they seem crappy. That's what I say. That is legitimately what I see. You know. And you know what else? those Just Dance games are still coming to the original Wii. That's the only new games that the Wii is getting. I'm not talking about the Wii U, I'm talking about the Wii. I kind of jumped off of Ubisoft a long time ago. I mean, the last game that they showed was Beyond Good and Evil 2, and I feel like they just kind of just forgot about it. I remember they showed it at E3, and that's it. They just kind of poof, forgot about it. Kind of the same what other few games do. Like, I feel like Nintendo kind of forgot about Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3. You know, so I believe that E3 this year can make a big comeback depending on what the video game companies are doing and what they're showing. If we do have Capcom have their own event, I'll be like, Capcom, Resident Evil 4 remake, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Show me it. Show me it. Show me it. Show me it, Capcom. Show me it. Show me the goods. Just show me the goods. Hey, think about this. What if Capcom released Resident Evil 1 remake in the way Resident Evil 2 was remade? That would be pretty freaking awesome if that ever happened. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I think that would be pretty freaking awesome. I think the original deserves that treatment. I do, because I hold the original dear to my heart. Especially with Resident Evil 8. That one looks... They did a showcase, I believe it was yesterday, and they showed Resident Evil 4 VR. I'm like, okay, I don't care about VR. And then they showed more off the Village, Resident Evil 8. I want to play it. 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 I love Resident Evil. I played 7. I haven't played 3 remake because I heard not so good things about. Well, some people say it's good, but compared to Resident Evil 2 remake, they did more with it than Resident Evil 3. And to be honest, I think the third one is kind of underrated. That's just me. They also showed off the freaking Netflix series Resident Evil, which was okay. It's like, okay. But the Village, bruh. The Village. The Village. May the freaking 7th. And I believe that is after my finals. Yeah, that's my last day of finals. So you probably know what I'm going to be doing. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But then it also includes Resident Evil Reverse, which looks crap. I mean, they include something like that with 3, with Resident Evil, what is it called, Resistance. I don't think Resident Evil should be multiplayer, same with Fallout. I think they should stay as single player. And honestly, I've been hearing rumors that it's supposed to be a trilogy with Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and Resident Evil 9. With Aaron Winters. I'm looking forward for Village. I'm honestly looking forward to it. I am. I don't care about the Resident Evil 4 VR. That was just... If they show a remake, I'll be happy. But VR... No. Capcom is not the right way... It's not the right direction to go. It's just not. It's literally not a good direction to go. It's just not. But yeah, there's hopefully since hopefully the corona will get out of here, and hopefully this will be a good year for video game companies. You know, we can probably, maybe they were working so hard on the video game that they didn't show last year, and maybe wanting to start to show this year. Maybe. But I would say that Resident Evil 8, like, bro. And it's coming out. Same with new Pokemon Snap. That's another game that I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But it's happy to see E3 finally making a comeback, though. Like, it feels so good. And honestly, my girl never watched E3 before. And she's gonna watch it this year. Ain't that right, babe? 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 I don't know where she's at. Amanda? I don't know where she's at. I honestly don't know where she's at. She's on the phone with me, but I don't know where she's at. I honestly do not know where she's at. But I don't think she ever watched E3. When I first told her about it, she didn't even know what E3 was. So I think she'll like E3. She does have a Switch Lite. So there could have been a Switch game that she could possibly be into. Which could be, really, really fun. But who knows? And plus, I don't even know where she's at. I obviously, I don't know. I honestly don't even know where that's at. I don't. I for real do not even know. I don't. But those are some big hitters. And like I said, I'm hoping that this will be a big year for video games. I really do. I know almost all the podcasts always talk about video games, because I don't know if y'all just want to hear, stuff from the Bible or anything like that. Because I know some people don't want to hear anything about it, which is fine. It's not the end of the world or anything. But, yeah. So is anybody still listening? Is Amanda here?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. She's back from the grave, y'all. She's finally back.
Yeah. I'm taking care of business.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is it right that you have not seen E3?
No, I have not.
See, this is what I want to get her into, is E3. So, like I said, I hope that this will be a big year for VK. And, babe, do you have anything that you may want to say?
No.
Anything you want to say, like, period?
No, I'm good. I just have to talk to you after you die.
Did something bad happen?
No.
Did I get in trouble?
No, I just got a text and now I gotta figure things out for the weekend.
Oh, okay. Girl problems. Am I right, y'all? I'm kidding. I love my girl. But yeah, I'm seriously hoping that this will be a big year. And also, we've talked about video games. Loot boxes. I'm pretty sure people are aware of the monstrosity of what these loot boxes are. I feel like people know what I am talking about when I say loot boxes. Now, loot boxes are in-game stuff where you get to unlock, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, a game that was hated on for the loot boxes. It was hated on. And apparently other people are deciding that loot boxes is a crime. Because parents have kids and they're playing like FIFA and stuff, and they start buying these cards that cost real money, not in-game money. No. So, I honestly think it should be illegal, and I think it should be forever gone. Like, you're already raising the price for games. Like, the new games now for PS5 and Xbox One, the others kind of stay at $60. You know, the Switch games kind of stay at $60, which I'm so thankful for. You know, I feel like I'll be kind of upset if Monster Hunter Rise was a $70 game than a $60 game. But that's just me. That is literally just me. But, they need to take loot boxes away. Like, for real. Not to be added anymore. Like, they kill off games. They do. How often do you hear someone's playing the new Battlefront 2? Or Call of Duty World War 2? That also had loot boxes. You know, and several EA games. They freaking have gambling machines. Gambling machines. Literally. And people still buy the new Madden game. I don't understand that. Like, at all. I don't. So, I honestly think that should be, you know, a thing of the past. Since they improved $70. Because that's what most of the consumers believed it. And like, okay, you're raising $70, that should get rid of the microtransactions. That should get rid of the loot boxes and loot crates. It should get rid of them, period. Like, I don't want to see that in my game. I don't. Like, how come we haven't seen an EA game for the Switch? Think about that. How come we have not seen an EA game for the Switch? Because Nintendo knows EA's bullcrap. They know. And I like that. They're like, I don't want that trash on my Switch. So I'm like, I ain't putting that. You know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are crappy games like Trollonite, you know, and other stuff, but they try to make sure that it is good. Because usually always first party, they make sure that it's good. Even though it may not be fans' favorites. Like Pokemon Sword. I don't like Sword, but a lot of people do. So, and then you have companies, like I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, where they still love their games and still want to work on them. And one of them I'm mentioning was Fallout 76 and Cyberpunk 2077. Some developers don't want to leave their game. They were so passionate about it. And I can understand that. When you're passionate about your project and it got ruined and messed up where a lot of people don't want to play that game anymore, but can improve over time, like No Man's Sky. You know, at first a release, it was crap. It was trash. But then, it is so different than how it was when it first released. Same with 76 so far. It's been 3 years since its launch. And it tried to add things to improve on it. Like, I am scared of the new Bethesda game. I am because of what they did. You know? But, if you look at it, they're under the Microsoft umbrella. Same with Oblivion. So they could make a big comeback. You know, instead of just trying to work on that game. And then with Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red, I honestly feel like they're not going to give up with their Cyberpunk 2077 because they even said that they want this to be the biggest game ever that they have made. So I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna work on any other games for a long time. I think what they're gonna keep on doing is trying to improve Cyberpunk 2077. You know, I was hearing like Witcher 4. I never played the Witcher series. I mean, it looks cool from what I saw, but am I interested to pick one up? Probably not. But um, like there's just I just feel like they won't just not give up. Like I can understand it's your baby that you really care for, and that you're really trying here to fix your game, make your game look good. And when you put a game out on the market day one, and when it really is bad, and then them trying to improve it and feel like there's barely any improvements at all, there's some remakes that I can trust. Like Vicarious Visions. What did they do? Look at Crash Insane Trilogy, Spyro Reunited Trilogy, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 plus 2. They know how to remake games and make it feel like it was back in the past, but 10 times better. They know what they're doing. And there's some fans out there that are creative, that can remake games or make new games and not get paid for it. There are some creative people out there. I remember, what was it, Pokemon Uranium? That got removed. Or the Metroid 2 remake. I'm not talking about what they did for the 3DS. I'm talking about a fan made. You see some of these people that are so talented, and Nintendo's like, poof, you're done. So I can understand that you want to work on your baby, you want to work on your child, and that might not be the correct way of putting it, but it kind of is because you care for that. You love it. You want to take care of it. You want to groom it. You want to make sure that it's one of the best games out there to date. You want to make sure, want to become famous? Kiss my butt. Awesome Dude 12, CQ Awesome Dude, kiss my butt. Alright, where was I? I'm just now seeing that message. I don't know how long that message has maybe been there. But, you care for it. You want to make sure that's good, even for us. Whatever we make, we feel pride in that. We feel joy. We feel like we accomplished something when we make something. Don't you ever feel like you made a gift for maybe your mom or your dad, and you feel so proud of it? That's what the developers are doing with their games. I probably will never play 76. I didn't even like 4 that much. But it's possible for a 3 remake or a New Vegas remake. And I will be on board with that. Hopefully it can come to my Switch. Hopefully it can come to my Switch. We can hope. We can pray. We can wish. But like I still think that this could be a good year for games. I really do. You know, with rumors spiking up, with all of this, um, with everything in the video game world, I just hope that this will be a good year. E3 is coming back. Hopefully, all the video game companies have something to show. Hopefully, I mean, we can always hope, but I'm just hoping that there'll be something happening at E3, and I will definitely be talking about it. Don't think that I'm not. I will definitely be talking about that. Whenever that comes and goes, I want to be talking about it because I'm probably gonna be so hyped after it and just want to keep on talking about it and talk about it like almost every E3. I'm like, have you seen these games? Like, oh my gosh, I want this game so bad. Have you seen this game or heard of this game? It's like, like E3. Some conferences I enjoy, some I hate, but I still love watching it every year. And I thought this was going to be the end of E3. After last year and economy is going down, I thought E3 was just to exist. But they're coming back. And I honestly can't wait to see what they're going to show and what they're going to do. Like, I just cannot wait. And it's in June. I just cannot wait to see what tricks they have up their sleeves. Do you think that this could be a big year for gaming? I would love to hear y'all's thoughts if some are listening. Which I don't know if anybody's actually is. Really don't even know. But I think that this will be a big year. For video games, and I really do. Honestly, I feel like this could be it. Because there's some states out there that are reopening. Like, fully with, like, no mask on. So there is a possibility. So there's a possibility for the world to at least go back to normal. Where it was good. Where stores weren't closing down or shutting down.
Where the mall wasn't closing at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, me and my girl went to a mall, and it closed at 7 o'clock. Now, we're not talking about stores in the mall. We're not talking about food court. We're talking about the whole entire mall. You have to be out of there. And it sucked. It does. So, hopefully, with the vaccine and people are getting vaccinated and everything, hopefully we can turn back to normal operations pretty soon. So that could be another reason that video games could make a big impact, because like I said, there could be video games that companies have been making, and they haven't talked about anything about it last year. But I would love to hear y'all's thoughts if anybody's listening. If there's some new games that you're interested in, do you think that maybe we'll go back to normal operations? Do you think that E3, that this could be the best E3, possible? Without EA, of course, because I don't see any hopes for EA. I have no hopes for EA. I don't. I'm sorry. I honestly don't. After year, I honestly miss it on purpose. I start missing EA, and usually that's the first conference. And that's not a good way to start off an E3 conference. I'm gonna say that right now. It is not, and I hope that E3 will notice that whenever they start getting their stuff ready. So hopefully everything will go back to normal, so that we can possibly get good video games. So far, we've been getting good video games this year. I would say, like, for the Switch. Huh?
Can I say something?
Sure.
EA No, I don't know if they bought out, but for EA, you have to have an EA account to use Pogo now.
Yeah, I know that they suck. But
I don't get that.
but anyway, back to the Switch. Yeah, so far, yeah, it's fine. EA is trash. I don't care for them anymore. I used to like their games, like Need for Speed franchise. I used to love Need for Speed until they totally killed it and drove it into its own life. That's literally what they did. Um, in my opinion. But like so far the Switch, like you have Monster Hunter Rise, big hit. You know, you had the 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, big hit. And new Pokemon Snap, that's probably gonna be a big hit. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that wants to grab that title. I'm 100% sure that I'm not the only person that's going insane and want it. I'm pretty sure. But so far, like you have more games. It feels like coming out this year so far than last year. Last year we kind of barely got anything off the video game market. I mean, yes, there was Animal Crossing. You know, yes, there was Doom Eternal. But if you want to compare how many video games came out in 2020 and then compare that to 2019, there's a difference. A big difference. I mean, there could be big hitters, like I just mentioned, two of them, at least two of them, in 2020. Big hitters, you know. But I will probably say that there are probably more big hitters in 2019 than there are in 2020. And like I said, for 2021, this year could be a golden opportunity for, you know, video game companies. You know, like for Hades, for example, Square Enix. I'm looking at you. If you were to do anything with the Golden Sun franchise, you can take my money. I would love to see that franchise ever coming back. I feel like they're not going to touch it. I mean, there's some Super Nintendo games that I love that I feel like that will never be touched. Soul Blazer. They're not going to touch that. Illusion of Gaia. That's not going to be touched. It's not. Barely people heard of it. They'll be like, oh, what? Never heard this game's in my life. Because I don't think they were that popular as like Zelda or Mario. But they were very, very good RPGs. You know, Chrono Trigger. Like, will Square Enix ever remake that? Because I feel like that was the best RPG for the Super Nintendo. Along with the Final Fantasy games. And honestly, speaking of Final Fantasy for Square Enix, I would love to see more Final Fantasy games for the Switch remake. I want that Final Fantasy VII remake for my Switch. I will buy it. Just do it, Square. You can have my money if you were to do something like that. You can have it if you do it. Capcom, I'm looking at you too. If you put 2 remake, you can get my money. If you get 7 on there, you can take my money. If you get 8 on there, you can take my money. I just feel like this could be a golden opportunity for video games out there, for companies that may look like on their past franchise, or maybe even working on it. You know, I would love to hear, you know, some franchises making a return like F-Zero. I mean, I don't know if Nintendo will ever look at it. Because I don't know, a lot of people used to like F-Zero. Me, I mean, I probably like the N64 than the GameCube one. That could be just my opinion, or maybe the Super Nintendo one. The GameCube one was, I don't know. yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about that one. Not saying it's a bad game. It's not. I just really not enjoying it that much. It's been a while, so keep that in mind. So it'd be nice if they, start working on dead franchises and kind of making a return, maybe a big return. And because there's a fan base for almost every video game series out there, I'm sure of it. I'm sure there is a game base for F-Zero. I'm pretty sure there's people just sitting there talking about it, or even trying to spread rumors that there could be an F-Zero in the work. Like, Nintendo keeps secrets. So, Nintendo can pull something off without us noticing. Because Nintendo does that. So it's like, oh, you're expecting this, here's another thing that you weren't expecting that you might want. I do hate that, but at the same time, it just put a big fat grin on my face. It's like, so, maybe you enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, the topics can be ranged from anything. Probably next podcast, I'm probably not going to talk about video games. At least go into, a different route. Because it might get stale if I keep on talking about video games. Because probably y'all out there may not even care about it. Maybe you want to hear something else. And if you do, suggest a topic to me. It can range from anything, legit anything. I can sit here and talk about boogers. I don't want that to be a topic. I hope there's not any stupid individuals. I don't think everybody want to hear it. But I'm just saying that's an example. Please do not suggest that to me. But what I was trying to say is that you can suggest anything, like legit anything. If there's something you want to hear, maybe my opinion on, or maybe my girlfriend's opinion on as well, that could be happening. It can. So if you want to do that, also you can be part of these podcasts. If you ever want to come to the event room in the VC, if you want to sit there and talk, that's fine. If not, you can always come to the streams. Always. I do stream these events. The only two events that are not live stream are the small group and movie night. If you can't come to VC, come to freaking the Twitch. You can just watch on here. Anything's possible. So if you want to do that, be my guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put the service to the test. No. Okay, I won't stop saying. But yeah, if that interests you, please come to me. We do these podcasts weekly. Every Friday. Every Friday. At 4 p.m. And usually they're a little bit over an hour. Just a little bit, like how it is right now. Just, But, like I said, these could be, you might actually enjoy these. You might actually, you may want to talk about how gross a chicken donut is from KFC. You can probably talk how disgusting and how it's not a good combination. That's a topic. Or if you have trouble understanding one of the Bible stories. Maybe you don't fully understand Job's story. We can discuss about that. Or maybe there's a particular verse in the Bible. Maybe it doesn't have to be a story. Maybe you're struggling with. You know, we could just talk about it. You know, what does this passage mean? Let's look at the verses before it and look at the verses after it and see what this person is saying, whatever book we're going into. You know, so that could be a topic. Or we can just talk about video games like how I did today. We can talk about video. You know, I'm a gamer at heart, and probably always will be a gamer at heart, even though I may not play video games as much as I would like to. I just have so much stuff going on. Like for today, when I got up, went to class, and you know what the first thing I did when I got home? I just went to my bed. I was tired. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was just tired. So, it's just like I love video games. I just feel like I don't have the time to play it. Like I have so many Switch games. You know, just saying that right now. I have not played all my Switch games. There's been games that I bought like a long time ago, like Smash. Everyone loves the Super Smash Bros.
I haven't played even though your girlfriend wants.
Yeah, I haven't played Story of Seasons. That my girlfriend wants me to play it. Like, there's so many games that I would want to play and see if I would like them. The last game that I played that I liked was the Untitled Goose Game. You know? So, there's games that I like, there's games that I don't, but even though I'm a gamer, I can't play every game out there. You know, I got college, I got ministry, I got this girl to put up with. You know.
Watch it, mister.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
She knows I'm messing with her. But yeah, we can talk about games, but if you're, like, sick of it, even, like I said, I just mentioned some other topics. Like, we can talk about how this Coca-Cola cherry tastes. We can talk about how good it is. To me, it tastes good. I like it. I'm probably not gonna like Coca-Cola Lime, but but that's a topic. You know, we can talk about how this pen is from the Chase Banks. We can talk about this pen. You know, or we can talk about why is my closet door open and not even closed. You know, anything can go, or maybe there's something going on in your life. You know, maybe you're struggling with something, and maybe you want to just vent and talk about it. You can here as well. Like I said, we are here to talk about anything. Like, anything can go as long, I know I keep saying anything, but as long as it's appropriate. Because this is a ministry. This is God's ministry. Okay, keep that in mind. We can't talk about anything inappropriate here. We simply cannot. It goes by our rules that I made. So I'll be going against the rules that I have crafted. So, as long it is respectable and as long as it's appropriate, then we're able to talk about it. Like, it can range from anything to anything. So, just to give y'all an idea, if y'all are new or not, if y'all want to keep coming to this podcast, events. We do have a movie tonight. If you want to come to it, it's going to be in a few hours, just in a couple of hours. We'll be going off with the Marvel series, and right now we'll be watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Right, that could be a topic. We can discuss if Volume 1 versus Volume 2, and I'll down the hill for Volume 1. Don't get me wrong, I love Volume 2, but Volume 1 is so much better. I mean, Volume 3 could be better. You know, we can talk about Marvel versus DC here. You know, like I said, anything could go, but that's one of our events if you want to come tonight. Also, we'll be back here live streaming at 7 for the TNL ministry service if y'all do want to come to that. There will be worship, there will be prayer, there will be a positive message, there will be fellowship. So, if you do want to attend to that, that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think I said everything. Yeah. It's weird, to be honest, even though I'm ending this, it's weird that we have done over 10 podcasts. It feels a little weird. It's going to feel really weird once we get 100. We're going to have to do something special. I'm going to say this right now. We're going to do something special on podcasts of 100. When will that be? Don't even ask. Don't even ask. I don't know. Don't even ask that question. I don't even know what we're going to do on the podcast 100, and I don't even know when that will be. Don't even ask. But I do plan on doing something special, and it would shock me. But hopefully these podcasts, and also we're going to actually try to do these events in person soon. I'm going to try to pull off something if possible. Because I believe that this ministry can be in person and online. So we're going to try that. So that is my route and my plan. So we're going to be trying to do that so that if y'all, have internet issues and you can't come to the sermons, you can't come to the services, we can have one in person. We can have one in person. Think about how wild that would be. I feel like that would be so cool, to be honest, just for y'all. So those are our events and plans for right now. So if you want to come to them, or if you're just coming to the podcast, I will see you next Friday at 4 p.m. But until then, I will see you guys and girls next time. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful night wherever you at. And so and so. So and so and so. Blessed night, blessed weekend. Whatever your weekend plans is, hopefully my weekend plan will be good. Hopefully. But hopefully your weekend plan will be maybe better than mine. Who knows? But anyway, I will see you guys and girls